everybody, welcome back to the channel, The Tractor Shed. My name is Mike Bowen. We're going to finish up in episode 2 of the cylinder head gasket on the Ferguson TO20, TE20. I think they're the same engine. So we'll see where we're at. We're going to have a little change with the channel. I think you're going to see a name change at the top. If you've been following along, we're going to go back to we're going to call it the repair shed. I've got some vintage motorcycles I like working on. Just picked up a Jeep that we're going to do some things to. Don't worry, we have more tractor stuff coming along. We've got an Alice Chalmers we need to get going. So if you like what we're doing, hit like and subscribe. Let me show you where we're at on the cylinder head. So we sent this out, had it checked for flatness, had it checked for cracks, no leaks. It's clean. It looks good. So all of our parts are cleaned up. We're going to get this thing put back together and get it fired up. Hopefully we just had a head gasket issue there. So follow along. We'll get it fired up. Here we go. We've got all the gasket material cleaned up off the deck. It looks pretty good. I like to bring number 1 cylinder up to top dead center. It makes it a lot easier to start your valve lash all the way across. We've got a new head gasket kit. So head gasket, intake exhaust gasket, valve cover gasket. So let's get to it. Head gasket only goes on one direction. Put that on first, just like so. Video we have each one numbered. Everything's cleaned up, going back in their appropriate hole. I was getting up with funky cam wear. At this point, all you want to do is snug all of these nuts up about the same. Just make sure there's a little bit of pressure on each one. Okay, so here's our torque sequence. You always want to work from the center out. So there's your sequence. You can see that real well. This being the front of the engine, this is the rear. Okay, right now torque spec says 65 foot-pounds. We're going to go through, run everything down to 30 foot-pounds, and we'll go back again. So on this outer side here, the spark plug side, it's going to be kind of tough to get a wobble socket or extension. Hopefully we can get that 11/16. Go to the other side. We did a little regroup on these 5 studs here. So here's what we're doing. We're doing a 3/8 inch socket, 3/8 inch drive wobble extension, 1/2 to 3/8 inch drive adapter. And that gets us on these 5 pretty square. So just go through, torque all of them to 30 foot-pounds, go back through, retorque them all to 65 foot-pounds in the same sequence. Time for the rocker arm assembly. Okay, remember the 2 studs? They go on the outside, that's where the valve cover screws to. And make sure all your push rods are where they belong, so you don't bend one. We have the rocker arm assembly all on. Let's do one valve really quick. So on this tractor, you're going to set the rocker arms at 15 thousandths room temperature, ambient air temperature. I think I don't have a manual. If you have a manual, you can do this in 2 steps. First, cylinder number 1, top dead center. You can do multiple valves. Rotate it 180 degrees, and you can do the other valves. So I'm going through and doing 1 cylinder at a time because I don't know that sequence. But here's how you do it. You need a half-inch wrench, screwdriver. So this screw here turns inside of that. And you're going to feel inside the nut. You're going to feel just a little bit of a 15 thousandths feeler gauge. And you're going to want to tighten this just so you feel just a little bit of a drag right there. Okay, hold your screwdriver. Double check it. Oh, that's perfect. You can just barely feel it. Go through, do all your cylinders, rotate your engine around a couple times, double check them, make sure you have everything good. Otherwise, we have all of our valves set. We're going to move on to the intake. We're going to torque all the manifold nuts to 35 foot-pounds. The only one you're not going to be able to get to this one, you're going to do that one with a wrench. Again, work from the center out. Call it a success. Let's get some work done.